minorities remain the most dramatically underrepresented group in outdoor spaces such as trails. GIS is a tool that could be used to further explore this inequity and also to inform provisions for equitable trail access. My name is Oforiwa P. Ejeboaji. I'm a geography PhD student with a city planning background and also a GIS and data consultant. I will talk about the potential of GIS for equitable trail accessibility. Generally, there are inequities in accessing outdoor recreation parks and services. According to data, there has been more information that trails have been limited to particular population groups. In the past summer, the Appalachian Trail Conservancy organized an Emerging Leaders Summit where there was an equity mapping session. I was the equity mapping coordinator and I helped participants to create equity maps for Northeast Tennessee, one of the Appalachian Trail communities. This came about because of a lot of information and data from agencies such as the U.S. Forest Service, the National Park Service, and then the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, which shows the disparities when it comes to accessing nature and particularly trails. This kind of analysis has been very limited when it comes to trail work, unlike other issues of housing and then transportation or even environmental issues. Those ones have been analyzed to a large extent. For example, trail needs have been accessed by just maybe a simple sentence after some mathematical analysis or even maybe a horizontal background. It doesn't give information or even a table. But let's take a look at this map. It provides a lot more information. So we realize that using GIS for mapping and analysis is critical. And then this kind of information, when we use it, it presents information, geographical information, visually conveying information quickly. And it's also effective in telling stories so that leaders can use that kind of information to solve social problems. Fortunately, the functionality of maps have improved over the years, and then with integrating statistics and database operations, could use all of this kind of analysis to improve trail equity. Like I mentioned, there has been mapping in other places or analysis in other sectors, but we haven't had that much of it. So this GIS has been used in so many areas to help improve equity. Even in the during this COVID era, we realized that the CDC used it to track social vulnerability and to map equity in the US. So GIS has a lot of potential for trails. It can identify the areas with the greatest diversity need. It could also be used to show geographical locations with opportunities, and those that lack it, and then even to show the systemic patterns of community-based disadvantages whilst providing spatial insights for marginalized groups. When we take a look at this equity map from Orange County, we could tell it gives a lot of information from demographic, health, whatever. So it shows the potential of GIS in other areas and even which would trickle down to trail activity and trail systems. And this has not really been fully explored in trail work. So moving forward, we think GIS could be used to even show the distribution and access of trail systems and then to identify the intervention points for actionable plans, which would then lead to equitable trail access. In conclusion, there has been untapped GIS potential for equity mapping of trails, and then trail organizations should look further to use this to address their lack of diversity in outdoor spaces. And then as we move on to sustain positive change in racial equity, social justice, and sustainable inclusive outdoors, GIS should be a tool that will be considered to increase awareness of these issues. Thank you.